Hello, hello. Happy birthday. I don't know whose birthday it is. It's not mine, but happy birthday. Welcome in. It's been a while. I need to get used to this again. Am I back from my trip? I am. Yes. I got back yesterday at like 9 p.m. After sitting in a car for about 12 hours. So I just went to the gym and got some sleep in. So I'm ready to get back to work. I'm not going to be working on the server today. We're going to keep working on what we did last stream before my trip, which is creative planning or new base, right? So yeah, this is going to be our new base. Some people might say, wow, that's very small to be a base. And yes, I like things to be a bit smaller. You can see that I did some things in between two streams, right? I got a little bit of decoration in. I've got functional spouts over here. But most of all, we have a villager. Do you still need a test server for a I'm working on that. I should have a solution very quickly. How did the trip go? The trip was lovely. Spent some time with family. And yeah, great time. Had a great time. I had a great time. The vacation was great. Spent 10 days in the south of France, so yeah. So last stream, let's do a little recap. Last stream we did a workshop. I figured out the elevator, chat. Look at it. Boom. Workshop. We have all our blocks that we need for crafting and stuff.
Chipai Shapa Ruby Dubby Dam Dam Mambo.
Mambo. Then we have our stockkeeper, which acts as a stockkeeper on every floor. And then we have the workshop over here, right? This is workshop. I put some block. I kind of like the vibe that it's a bit darker, right? Will be a regular soon. Good night, DK. Can DM me on Discord. It should be set up in a few minutes. Oh, but I contacted someone. I had contacted someone before I saw that message. So I'm gonna be working with them. Why don't you use Mr. Beershown's power? Because this is very far away. That's one. Two, I like things to be off the grid, right? Also, if you say it's very small compared to other bases, you see the wool that we have floating around. This is gonna be our base. This is only gonna be our workshop, right? That's only gonna be our workshop. We have an entire temple mountain to build. We have an entire town to build, and then we have to build games as well. Make an underwater railway. I don't see the benefits of that. I mean, each individual building might be smaller, but scalar it will be massive. And that's the plan. Now, you might think, eggs, are you only done with a workshop? And I say, no, we need storage. So, we go even deeper. We go deeper. Storage and lava. Storage. That's what we're trying to figure out today. Is how to get storage in here. And then how to dump our inventory into the storage whenever we feel like it. So this is gonna be the entire workshop and like our house. I don't need a 1 million item storage system really. I have 2 vaults set up at my starter base, and honestly, I'm not even running out of space over there. So, for the games, I saw something you can search on Arcade Package Pusher. Oh, I will look into that. I have written an article for the newspaper, forgot my title, my bad. I'll figure out a title, it's fine. I'll read it, and if I add it into it, I'll make up my own title. Bishon has moved the power station, so it would be possible to route it to your base. I mean, it's possible to route it to my base, but I like my base to be off grid. I don't mind my spawn house to be on the beardy grid, but I don't really want my main base on the grid. Between beautiful underwater view, that's a good idea. I saw somebody say like, oh, you should make a subway, and I like the idea of a subway instead of an overhand rail, like an overland rail, but it's a lot of time. Where in the map? So this is Chosen's area, and this is spawn. I know we're underneath a mountain right now, so can't really see it. This is spawn. What's that? Oh, that's Foxy's base. But yeah, this is spawn right here. You see the dock right here, and you see Throwlash's workshop. So it's directly west of spawn. We're right here in this little area. The subway would be cool. If I have time, I will do subway, because I do kind of like the idea of having a subway to connect all the people's bases. Okay, so storage solutions. What I was gonna do. Here's my thinking cap. Right, we will take the elevator up. Dude, this is gonna be odd. I already like it a lot. Mr. Bjorn, I did see the video. I haven't seen it on the server yet. Okay, so what I'm gonna do. So what I would do. Here's my idea for storage, right? Let's make a little mock-up of the storage room. These are gonna be full frame, like the full vaults, right? 3x3s. I am looking forward to playing mini golf though. Okay, so imagine we have a hallway. Let's do. We have a hallway that's just made out of vaults, right? And then at the back of those, can I make like a full scale model? At the back of these, I was gonna run belts. Just this, then we do that, that, that. And then we would drop our inventory off in a station over here somewhere, right? And it would travel along those belts and get sorted into their respective vaults. I'm not gonna do the whole rejects thing in my base, because I'm probably every item that I produce, stuff like cobblestone, iron, and stuff like that, I'm gonna store at the farm themselves. I'm not gonna store that in my central system, and that's a way. That's in a way gonna help keep this system fairly simple, right? if we want to store everything into our central system, like Mr. Beerstone is doing, like a couple of other people are doing, we have to work with the rechecks. We have to work with a lot of complicated planning and stuff. And I don't want to. Power to them, but I'm not doing it. So what I'm gonna do then is either we're gonna do frogs at the back, because that's gonna look a lot cleaner, right? And these are gonna deliver our items, and that's gonna be our storage system. It's very simple, but I think it's gonna look nice, and it's gonna be fairly efficient. What are we thinking, chat? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Are we liking this idea or not? What are we thinking? Don't see a lot of answers, but I feel like I can go ahead with it. Good? Okay. What's the biggest size we can make an item vault? Chat is asleep. Chat is asleep. Yeah. What's the biggest size we can make an item vault? 3 by 3 by 9. Okay. And then I want to keep the same design going. This is a test storage, so don't really care for that. So we are gonna mimic the same thing we have going on upstairs. Although I do think that I am... Is this full? Yeah, okay. Then again, we don't really need a vault at the back, so I can just run it all the way down to the wall. Now, how much can I fit in here? That's 1. Do we want to... Okay, so here's my question. Do we want to do it this way, where it's like vault after vault, right? Or do we want to leave a block in between? Because that's going to look more organized. I kind of like the idea of having a block in between. Now the thing is, that's going to cut down on at least 1 or 2 vaults on either side. Let me do one side with a spacing, and we'll do it the other side without spacing. And then honestly, we can do that. No, because I'm gonna use this last bit for the belt that connects both sides to each other. So I don't mind it not reaching the end of the hallway. Yeah, I like this a lot more. Because then we can also do the thing where we add some metal girders, right in between of them. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be more than enough storage for me. I'm gonna go on Twitch. That's a great choice. Okay, so then you guys are saying 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that should be a complete vault, right? And then I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3 on either side, just to give myself some leeway and some movement space, so I can walk behind it when I need to. Let's do that. Let's slash replace with air. Boom. Perfect. There's gonna be a lot of volts in this. I think this might be the first time that I go and do a mass shopping haul at Chosen's Mall. Haven't done one of those yet. Okay. I like that. And then I can put the frogs. I kind of like the idea of putting the frogs like in between over here. I don't know, we'll see. We'll put some light in here, of course, because otherwise bad things spawn and we don't want that. Okay. Oh, wait, is it even? Of course it's even. How we doing there on those stats? Not great. Ish, not great. Ooh, lottery numbers. 40, 32, 47, 48, 25. Those are not winning numbers, mama. Not winning any numbers. What do I use for light overlay? It's mini HUD. I like mini HUD a lot because it also what shirt am I wearing today? It's a bottle. I got it online somewhere. Is this for test or are you gonna blast it? I'm gonna build this. This is me testing stuff out. What are you building? Are you in creative mode? Yes and yes. Guess I get to gamble next stream again. Guess you will. So how many blocks back is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. We don't condone gamba though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. Blast with schematics cannon? No, I'm gonna build it. Because, see, this is where it gets interesting. A lot of you are in stream, right? And you guys are seeing me think this through and figure out how I'm gonna do this, right? But a lot of people don't watch the stream. And a lot of people don't see what my thought process is behind all of this. And so what I do now, and like all the things that I mutter and mumble in a stream, is then condensed into one single explanation in a video. Does that make sense? Oh, that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. Okay, we've got a deep slate floor now there, and then we'll do the same over here, just to keep up with our design choices. Have you seen a new snapshot? I've seen bits and bobs. I haven't played with it though. You're not doing it. Wait, what? What do you mean, live testing for the dungeon? I don't want to test the dungeon live for two reasons. One, I don't want to spoil anything for the dungeon, or at least I don't want to spoil anything outside of what I've put in videos. And yeah. Next up is all copper. They have the copper torches and lanterns. Ooh, that's interesting. I mean, they already added lanterns, right? These are, oh no, those are bulbs. I did see a lot of copper, and then, dude, the only thing that I saw is that you can now oxidize lightning rods, and I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about lightning rods being able to be oxidized. That's like, I have these beautiful Gothic cathedrals close by, and all of them have copper piping, like rain piping, and it's all oxidized and it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. I can't wait. Okay, so I'm probably gonna do this, right? Hold your horses. This is gonna make sense in about. Is this gonna be your main base? This is for my main base, yes. This is gonna be storage. Bee farms are gonna see much more use after next drop. I mean, that's good, isn't it? I like that they had a mechanic and they stuck with it. These are not gonna reach up there in the single player world, but they are gonna do that in. I mean, I could change it because we have it set up, like it's been set up way higher. Let me guess. Options. No, mods. Create. Client settings. Is that in client settings? No, right? It's in gameplay settings. Kinetics. Where's the frogs? Logistics? Is that in? Camera died. Is it this? Make it 16. Do you agree? Agree that Create is the best mod? I mean, best mod is a very, like, that's, I'm gonna be honest, it's a bit of a stretch. Now, is it a good mod? Definitely, right? It's a great mod, but there's something about the best saying something's the best is not not something that I do lightly, so I don't often do it. Because there's a lot of problems with Create as well, right? Like, it's very taxing on a system. So you could say that it's not a great mod because it doesn't allow people with lower computers, like with worse systems, to run it smoothly. There's always an up and down to anything, so saying something's the best doesn't really go well, you know? Okay, so we have all our frogs in place, our bolts in place. I like it so far. And then we need to get the belt in. Now, before we do the belt, I need to figure out where I'm going to have our access ports set up. I have a Mac Mini and run it 50, and for a lot of people it's fine. Yeah, we're not saying for a lot of people, I'm saying for those who don't have a system that's good enough. Where I want to have an access point to our system where I just can quickly jump in stuff at every level. So preferably they would have to be stacked upon, like on top of each other. We do have space behind here that we can use, right? So this would be an interesting, like, corner, I guess. We could also just use this and then go down here somewhere, although I don't think that's possible because we have power running there. Yeah, we do have power running here. Okay, so that's not an option. We could go next to it. This is the... Ooh, this is interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this corner right here. So what I'm gonna do, like that, and then I can go up here with an item hatch. Boom. That's access point for floor 1. Hope that doesn't interfere with anything. Shouldn't. And we're gonna drag this down. We are gonna hit this button, which is gonna be annoying, but it's not the worst. No, it kinda is. It kinda is. Never mind. That's a very bad idea. Okay. Let's put it somewhere else. Where we gonna do this? The problem is we have power running at either side of this. I like that you guys are just like discussing mods and I'm just thinking what to do. I mean, the only corner that we have space behind the wall is there, because all the rest leads outside. Except if I put like a trash can somewhere in here, that allows me to use that. Right? On the other hand, it doesn't have to be hidden. We could like send it through the roof. Because we could make a trash can. Should work as it would go past behind the power. Wait, hatch. Here or here? Okay, but then I have to go 2 blocks out, and then we're... I mean, we would be underneath. We can't go here. We have to go right here, which is fine. Because then I could just do that, and then add 1 more. And then we just hide all of it. Right? That's item hatch. And then we send it down behind the power. Can I show it from... Yeah, sure. There you go. I added a dome as well. It does need a lot more detail, a lot more color, but I want to get logistics in first. But if I do this, and then we go down from here, right? We are avoiding all the power. Looks like an observatory. That's kind of the plan. That's kind of what I was going for. Now, that's the second problem. The lava is like... Okay, we are missing the lava, which is great. 1 floor down was the issue. Looking at the button. Yeah, and right now it's gonna go right here, which is great, right? And then over here, it's gonna be the same, right? And then I just need to like figure out where all of it goes. Right now, I just need to know how far back I go. So from here, from that block, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So from this block right here, we do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which I feel like this would be where... Oh god. Am I gonna be breaking stuff? I'm gonna be breaking stuff, aren't I? Nothing was broken, chat. Nothing was broken. Remind me that I have to train all of this when I actually do this. Okay, I'm gonna put a torch in my offhand so y'all can see, and then I can dig up, dig down, or come down with this, and we'll keep going. We'll run next to the power that's going downwards for our elevator. Do you, Aaron, more... What? Eloise, can you rephrase that question? Right, because now we are gonna come down here. We'll do that. And now all of those are gonna lead into the same column, basically. I have on Twitch, I have it set to 3 minutes of ads every hour, which is the minimum. I am on a creative test roll, yes, that is true. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm probably gonna run the belt. No, I'm gonna run the belt on the ground. So we need to match those two up. Should be here. We're gonna dig one up, because this is where belts go. Oh, that's not. Belts. And then the only thing I need to do is figure out a filter system. Or a way to filter the items, which is gonna be a thing. It's gonna be... Damn it. Of course it's gonna be too far. Why are you in the texture pack category? Wait, what? Texture pack category? What texture pack category? What texture pack category? I don't know about any texture packs. Brass tunnels. Oh no, yeah, for sure. Brass funnels for filters are gonna be the way to go. The thing is, how am I gonna filter? Like, what categories do I want to use? On Twitch. Huh. Okay, let's do that. Hello, Rock. Welcome in. A question: how? Because I like the idea of having a vault here that everything feeds into. Because the less amount of belts that I use, the better, right? So I could do an extra vault. 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be 1 volt, I think. Yes. Because then I can just put you up there, which is fine. And then I can also see if there's a backlog, right? I have a name suggestion for the base. X-Observatory, the Eagle Nebula, also known as M16, contains iconic pillars of creation, which basically dense pockets of gas. Evaporate gases globules resembling eggs. That's kind of funny, yes. That's actually kind of funny. Right, and then we do funnels. We'll do write another paper. Yeah, sure. Why not? Do that. So that's going to be output. And then these are going to be input. Like that. And then over here, we're going to keep going. And we're just going to connect this to the other side as well. I think we also have set up belts to be a lot longer on the server, so I'm not going to have to use as many as I'm using right now. But that's just benefit, right? That's just a plus. I'm not going to count on that being a thing. And I think this should meet up. Yes or no? Good. Good. And I do want to have like another like chest or something that I can look into if I don't filter anything. Like if something has missed the filters, or if I missed something in the filters. Is there a way to automate the create building blocks, or are those tweaks? There is create add-ons that you can use, but not in base create. No, you can create limestone, scoria, and scortia, but that's about it. The other 4 blocks, ochrum, azurine, crimsite, and and viridium, those are not renewable in base create. Sorry to burst your bubble right there, but it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. Okay, and then if we do this, we send it back in here. Send it back to the front. Wait, can a person have more than one stock checker connected with links? Yeah. Yeah, that is a thing you can do. I don't do it because I like the gimmick of having the guy move floors with me. But that was gonna be a backup if it wasn't possible. I think what you did with the newspaper was a unique way for viewers to interact with even more. Everyone reaction when they read newspapers is hilarious. Yeah, I've uploaded the newspapers to the Discord, so if you want to have a high res look at them and like a high res version of them, you can. I mean, Shelby, the good thing about them is they're very easy to get, right? And when I say very easy to get, like the pockets and like the veins that they come in are huge, so you shouldn't have trouble getting a lot of it. So if you're in the Just Create Discord, there is a new channel called the Cog and Quill, where you will find the issues that I post. I won't post them immediately after I release a video. I'll give the people on the server some time to discover the issue first and put it out in videos, and then like after a couple of weeks I'll put them in there. I'm totally loving mining. Yeah, just get a drill. Get a huge drill, and you should be fine. Okay, so technically, if I give this, if I power that, right, we should be good to go. And then over here, I'll just put like a double chest. That is gonna be my failsafe, basically. That's gonna be my failsafe. For when something is not in the filters, we can use it to determine what needs to be added. Now let's do power. How are we gonna get power here? I mean, I have power. It's down here, so we should be able to take it from here, get it over there. Let's just go here. We'll go. I'm giving myself a little more headroom just to see what we can do. And that is perfect. Boom. We're moving. We're schmoving, chat. I probably should speed this up so it just goes a little bit faster. But hey. Can have light that turns on when there's items in the chest as a visual cue. Yeah, probably. That's probably something. I'll probably do like instead of a light, I'll do like a Nixie tube that just lights up whenever something's in there. Okay, so I need one of you. I think that's not gonna work, is it? Yeah. So we need you, and then I need one in between. Damn it. There we go. Then we can hide these guys in here. What song? What song are you guys listening to? Pebbled Path? I don't know. I haven't listened to it in a while. Are you a little into bit and create add-ons? I've seen, not used yet, add-on tanks that you can transfer along a chain line. Oh, I've seen that, but I mean, you can also just put buckets in packages. You know, that's a thing you can do. Extend belt. This is trick. I mean, it's fine this way. I just need to remember how I did it. Okay, so let's go over what we want to store, right? Let's go over what we want to store. Because what we could do is we could have like a board that kind of shows, like Mr. Beerston's doing. We don't have to do it, but we could. Let's take a sign. You know what? No, let's do it this way. We're gonna take one. So this is gonna be a create vault right there. Because signs don't copy over, this will copy over, right? I'm not gonna add them in there. They're just placeholders of what I'm gonna put in that vault. So this is gonna be all the create blocks, right? Easy. Easy. I also kind of want to do create and copycat. Because I feel that's gonna be more than enough. But then that's also gonna store all of these. Creates building. Is that the different filter? Attribute filter. If I do create let's do that. Oh, I could I couldn't make a separate filter. I couldn't make a separate. So what I could do technically is, So I could filter everything on create in here and then pass everything that's not create components but create building blocks into here. Right? Like we could have a simple system that allows us to do that. Let's say we do you, and we just have, we'll put this at the back over here, but that, or even not. We could just do that and have another funnel coming out. So let's make a filter, right? Is in group create building blocks. Good. Allow list. That's good. What's the difference? All, any. Items pass if any of the selected attributes. Oh! Even better. So, if I do... Then I do have to do this one first, right? Yeah. So I do that. And then I also do... Add a... was added by create. It's in the group create. Okay. So that is a thing, right? We'll do that. Boom. And then we'll do you. Oh no, that's redstone. Was added by create, right? Yes. Good. And this is gonna be our filter for this one. So now technically, let me double check that. This one should be an all, right? So now this one should be this one should not pick up this funnel. And this one should. And now if I do any of these blocks, right? Let's do you. That goes in there. Okay, that's actually interesting. That's good. That's good to know. So this one would be create. And then this one would be create building blocks, right? Then I want to do wood in here. I want to do stones in here. Dirts, and with dirts I also mean like gravel, sand, clay, any type of dirt. And then there's one more that and then soul sand is something that I usually combine as dirt in one vault. So dirt goes there. This doesn't really matter so much as it's basically just me sorting out my inventory. I'll do colored bits and bobs at the end over here. So anything that's wool, carpet, terracottas, right, glass is gonna go in here. Candles and such, beds, banners, so redstone, of course. We're gonna need some redstone. You don't need to was added by is in with a is in group. But I don't know what constitutes as being in a group, so I would rather filter it on the mod that was added it was added in for. I'm probably gonna put enchantment industry in here as well, just because we can. It's not that much stuff. I'm probably copycats. Do I want to give it their own vault? In a group equals create a tab. Oh, okay. Decorative blocks as well. We're gonna put those in here. So that's basically this entire tab, right? Decorative, functional, whatever. Things I usually use to decorate stuff with. Oh, armor, combat, and food. So util, basically. So this is going to be util. What else do I need? What big category am I missing? Oh, metals, like precious metals and shiny things. Like ores and stuff. And then we also need... Is there anything I can put down for these? I mean, I could do zombie head. Like this is just mob drops. These are going to be my bulk. Does that... I think that's it, right? Or not? No. I think generally that's the main categories in the game, right? Or no? So we have create and like create building blocks. Then we have all our stones, our vanilla stones, dirt. The moss is for anything that's like leaves, saplings. Anything goes in here. Seeds. Color bits. Mob drops and loot. So I will also put in, so not only mob drops, but also like resin, honeycomb, stuff like that goes in there. Shiny things, food and armor and tools and stuff. Util blocks, which is basically this entire category, and then redstone. Does that make sense? And then copycat is gonna go in with these boys. I think that makes sense, right? Am I missing something, chat? Stones, brick. Yeah, that's all gonna go here. Vanilla stones. Bricks and walls are all gonna go in there. And then the create bricks, walls, and stuff are gonna go in here. Okay, that's good. If it makes sense to you, that's good for me. Camera overheated. It did. It's still very hot, and this is one of the hotter weekends of like the late summer months that we're gonna get. So I kind of figured it would overheat. How do unstackable works with faults? Same as with anything, I guess. They use a lot more space in a vault, basically. Maybe one backup to see what... That's right here. Large chest. So this all loops back in here. Everything that gets unsorted, I'll fit in one of these vaults somewhere. And then we do have a buffer as well. So... Oh, I do need to add a system. Okay, this is important. I need a system to unload shulker boxes easily. That's one. Two. I want to have a system so that I can like drop buckets in. I have tanks over here, but I kind of want to have an option to like drop in a bucket of lava or something. It doesn't need to stay there. We can destroy the bucket of lava, but I want to be able to empty lava, or buckets of lava. Okay, so what else do I want to do? So we need to set that up. I need to decorate. and I need to test it out. So we've got create filter set up, right? So let's do a couple of stacks of these, a couple of stacks of these, and then let's do 2 stacks of these. Boom. We should see those coming. That's all good. This is perfect. This is functioning perfectly. And then we should be able to see these in here. And this is where things become real fun, right? Even if I'm on the first floor, even if I'm up here, I should be able to order, let's say, 2 stacks of these to my house. It's gonna take a while, but we should be, this should end up in here. Because it has to come all the way down. Look at that! And then I can do the same. Let's say we go down a level. Right? And let's say I need some cogs at the workshop. We should see a package coming from there. Right there. So wherever I am on the floor, this guy is just gonna sell me everything. Storage pickup. Is that cool? Isn't that cool? Love the elevator. That's so smart. I mean, I had to I had to bury a large pole, but yeah. So I had an elevator set up, like an actual elevator pulley, but the problem with elevator pulleys is that, one, it's a contraption. It stays a contraption, so this guy doesn't sell you anything. And two, they're kind of annoying to work with. So I just did it the simple way, and then we set up an entire system of buttons to control how high we go. Yeah, now we just need to make this look decent. Which is going to include a lot of this. Lots of these. I'll do the filter, like the filters. I'll do in the actual build. I'm not gonna set those up right now. We know it works, and if it doesn't work, it's gonna be a funny bit in the video. Can we name this the butler? The butler. I'll probably, you know what? Whenever this video comes out, you should put that in the comments. Redstone-ified. What do we need to redstone-ify? It's a Lego Batman reference. I know. Also, isn't he Alfred? Isn't that it? That's not Albert, right? It's Alfred. Right? Am I mixing up butlers? Yeah, get your butlers right, dude. Get your butlers right. Dude, I I can't wait for this video, because I get to title it I'm rebuilding all my farms, or I'm moving. Well, I have a super secret. Yeah. Ah, no. We might. Put it in the comments below. The video when it comes out. So I'm gonna rebuild all the farms that I have at spawn, but just like double or triple their output. For one very simple reason. I need more. Lego Batman is I can see that actually. I can see that. This was kind of based on like the Batcave in a way. Like, you know, what movie is that where the Batmobile like turns down? I'm gonna continue one of my three create packs. Yeah, you should do that. In my Skyward, I'm gonna have to do the same thing. I've been using elevators, but I want the gaze to close the whole. Yeah, Batman Begins. That's actually a good shot. That would actually be a good call. I think it was that movie. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Average. Wait, AVG? Who was AVG? I don't see somebody being annoying. What? Who is AVG? What is AVG? Why is AVG? Oh, AVG. Don't use antiviruses, please. They're not worth it. Use freaking Windows Defender and set up a decent firewall. Yeah, what James said. James, I don't have 2 brain cells, so I'm proof you can do without AVG or anything else. And like, let's tell things how things are, and let's say how things are. And I'm not the most kosher user of the internet. Like I do a fair bit of the things on the internet that you shouldn't be doing, like port forwarding and stuff. I haven't done anything wrong, so 7 C's. Okay, that's a thing. That's a sentence. Yeah. We like a good raid, you know. We like a good raid once in a while. Sometimes you have no choice but to sell. Whenever I see prices of streaming services, I end up taking my coat and selling out my my 3-mast galleon. Belantro, here's your fortune. Fortune, right? Truth is an unpopular subject because it's unquestionably correct. That's a word that people probably use. What? Almost there. Almost. We're not focusing today? We don't want to focus? Okay, never mind. We're not focusing today. Oh, that's a different camera. I have Netflix. I also have Netflix. Anything else? Yeah, sure. I like to sail the boat. This is honestly not necessary, but that little green lip is gonna tie it in together, so might as well add it. Good fortune, no focus for today. We don't want to like focus on a shield type. Yeah. It's mostly the webcam. I have another one I could set up. I want to get a top-down camera set up so I can like hold the pieces of paper like this, and I don't have to like push them in your face. The problem is I don't know where I would do that. Maybe we could get like a camera set up on the mic arm that's like pointing down, so I could just like hold it here. You know, that's a possibility. We could do that. I don't know. So, what's in here again? Because I do like this like dark wall and then an accent color on the bottom. Do you have a camera set up looking at the thermal printer? I technically have one. We have this one. Hey. And that one's technically looking at the thermal printer right there. So whenever whenever somebody subs, it zooms in. It zooms in on the thermal printer. The thing is, I'm very limited with USB space. My USB bus is full, so I don't really have the USB dock. See, that doesn't really work. It's not that I don't have spare USB ports. I have spare USB ports. It's that I'm out of bandwidth on the USB hub, which is a different issue. So I would need to get a new motherboard, which I know an upgrade of the old computer engine is necessary, but are you full on PCI Express slots? I am not, but I see that. Okay, I would rather put in a PCIe capture card than a PCIe USB card, because the capture card would free up space for cameras, right? So that's 4 cameras if I get the one that I want to get, which is a lot of money. But I want to get the Elgato one. Let me... Hello, Daniel. We're geeking out for a little second, so I'll get back into Minecrafting in a bit. But right now it's tech nerd eggs here. Capture. So like out of stock at all times, aren't they? They are in stock right now. The problem is I don't have the budget for them right now. Also, they're not priority. The priority is the new computer, which I'm saving up for. Camlink Pro, I think it's what it's called. Just some little tech nerd. Yeah. I've seen a couple of other ones that I like, but I like the Elgato integration. So yeah. This is the one I'm looking at, which has 4 HDMI ports as an input, which means that I would have to get rid of all the webcams, which is something I want to do, and replace them with either HDMI outputs devices, which probably cameras at that point. But I would just get I don't know, simple things. But yeah, this one is like, it's $350, but it's $350. It's not cheap. But it would add production, and I can send HDMI over a way longer cable than I can with USB. Although I have, like that one, I have running over like a 10-meter cable, which is how many feet for your American dudes? 10 meters to feet. It's about 32 feet, which it's good. What you could also use is USB IP or UTP extenders. You can also use these guys, but they're either they're only 2.0, which is not enough to power a webcam, or you have to go crazy expensive to get a decent system. You can see the price. It's not just the card, it's the peripherals to the card. Yeah, no, that's exactly why I want to get an Elgato one. It's because it all just blends together. But the card itself is ways out in the future. I want to get a new system first, and then we'll see what we do with it. But these are really cool because you can send USB over Ethernet, like 50 meters of Ethernet cable, and just plug it back in. Same for like HDMI, by the way. You've got these. They're a bit more expensive, but you can send HDMI over IP or UTP and just have it go. Been looking at HDMI Bluecaster. Don't need amazing quality, but my TV is pretty bad. I just want to be able to have it connect to my PC without a cable go through the middle of my room. To do what? Do you want to game on it, or do you just want to watch movies on your TV? Just watch stuff? Get yourself a freaking what are they called again? Chromecast? Yeah. Just get yourself one of these. Then it's not just your computer. It's also your phone, your tablets, anything that's connected to the internet. You'll be able to cast. And if you get one of these, this was the one I have. It's either this one. No, it's not that one. It's this one. If you get this one, it has Google TV on it, so you technically don't even need you technically don't even need a computer to show me one. Ah, it's also a good one. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Blazy. We're doing tech. We're doing tech right now. Oh, dude, this is gonna be for all our setup nerds. This is gonna be for all these setup nerds. I have a ping on Twitch. What's happening? Okay, never mind. But anyone ever want to have one mouse, one keyboard connected to several different other systems without a KVM switch? Well, technically, no. That's the wrong example. Anyone want to have one POS printer or like one USB system connected to multiple computers? Anyone? Any takers? Yes, no. Haven't thought about it. I would love to. Because look at these bad boys. Look at these bad boys. So, okay, this is not your typical USB hub, by the way. This is not like your simple USB hub that you can plug into your computer or your laptop, right? What this does is it adds a USB device to every allowed system that's connected to the network. So, okay, I'm gonna pull up Photoshop for this because we are talking about this. I like it. They're expensive as hell, though. They're expensive as hell, but they're kind of cool, and they're so specific in their use that I cannot justify it to get one. I can't even justify it to myself to get one. They're expensive. Like the 8 and the 8 USB one, I think is like somewhere around like 500-600 euros for 8 USB ports. Although, I mean, you know, given the fact that it's not a typical USB hub, right? But that kind of gives you an idea of what that does. So, how this works is you have you have a network, right? Network with some computers on it. I'm not good at drawing. Bear with me. You have a network with some computers on it. And so, let's say cameras. Usually, if you're doing a camera, right? Let's say we're doing surveillance cameras. You need what is called an IP with, so a network switch, right? That connects, oh god, that's the worst network switch that I've drawn. So you need a network switch that's able to handle visuals and audio, which connects this into your system, right? Great. That's two different signals that you guys need, two different things that you need to get. That needs both. Yeah. So what you can do with this USB hub, basically, right, what you can do with this thing, you've got you've got 2 modules, 8 modules, and then you have got 16, which is bonkers, if you ask me. Is send a USB device. So this is our USB rack, right? You could send like a webcam, right? You could send a webcam, or what else is like something that makes sense to send over to multiple systems. Webcam, a printer makes sense. How does one draw a printer? Printer? Printer. What else? What else? Stuff like that. Doesn't matter. And then all of these systems that are connected to the network can access these devices. They can access these USB devices based on their connection to the network. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just nuts that this exists? Isn't this like, why? Give me your thoughts. MX or Sonny Bravia. I don't think your TV has anything to do with it. Except for maybe the resolution, but most of these sticks do at least full HD. KDL 40. 40U 4000. So specifications for Sony Bravia. It's full HD. What's your color range? Is there a color range on here? I'm looking at the spec sheets of your TV. It's not. It doesn't say what the color range is. That's not the same. No, it is. Okay. So let's see. You've got color NTSC, which is fine. PL SCA as is. So it's begin with the dedicated keys for this. No, I know, but this is a different. This is not for like a home system. This is for like a corporate system. I mean, from what I can see, right? From what I can see, your TV should be handling the stick. Fair. I mean, it should be enough. I don't think you should have any problems. But the sticks stick looks pretty sketchy. I mean, it's Xiaomi. It's Chinese. It's not that Chinese stuff is bad, but they don't have the same requirements that they have to fulfill as any like Western tech countries. So it is always going to look a little bit more sketchy. If you don't want it to look sketchy, get yourself a Google stick, or if you're an iOS user or a Mac user, get yourself Apple TV. Wasn't Xiaomi. MX10 TV box, isn't that? Oh, it isn't Xiaomi. I would not do it if it's an unbranded system. I would not do that if it's an unbranded system. I mean, Xiaomi uses it doesn't use. Never mind, right? Most of the time, but I know the Xiaomi sticks are pretty good. They're cheaper in build though. I still stand by my first comment. Get yourself a Chromecast. It's solid one, solid. It's gonna be more than enough for what you want to do most of the time. Amazon Fire Stick. Yeah, but then I think, aren't you then like almost hard coded into Amazon Video, like Prime Video? Because if you don't have Prime or don't have an Amazon account, I would think the Fire Stick is the way to go. Let's see. Fire Stick or stream Netflix Prime Video. I can't. No, I misremembered. I was wrong. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Amazon stuff. Like, I don't really vibe with Amazon Alexa either, for some reason. I can't give you a reason. I don't have a reason. I've never vibed with their stuff. And that's a me thing. It's not the hardware. It's me. One for dude. Also, James, if you're not sure about your, get them secondhand. You'll find like a Chromecast secondhand for like $10 most of the time. They're very easy to find secondhand. Very easy to get.
Black walls, low light. A good mode for algo to spawn sneaky creepers.
Yeah. No, it's all lit up pretty well. Okay, we are gonna take you. What emote? That emote name? What emote? That emote name on. Oh. Slash replace stone with, I think I did 50% percent with create cut scorcho. Then I did 30% create scorcho. Then I did, I think, 10% mud and 10% create cut scorcha bricks. I think that's what I went for. Which now I have to do the same for the andesite and all the other freaking blocks. Okay. And diorite as well. Boom. Medium with delivery. Yeah, they're cheap because people get them, they don't use them, and then they throw them away. Which, fair, but yeah, if you're looking at tech, look secondhand first, because chances are you're gonna get it way cheaper, just secondhand, and it hasn't been used all that much. Believe me, the chances that that stick has more than 100 hours on it are probably very slim. Even then, I'm using OLX, which if the person is selling me them search functional, broke one, I get money back. Yeah, that's also a way to do it. I would say if you're able to test it out, do that. But I know if they send it to you, I don't know. I'm a big fan of getting stuff secondhand, just to test it out. Okay, let's finish this up. With OLX, you can do pickup or delivery since it's private people selling, companies handling. Interesting. See, the thing is, we have things like a second-hand website like Google Marketplace, which I'm on way too often. But we don't have any like services that are like Facebook Marketplace. But we also have a dedicated website where I am, like the country I'm from. We have a dedicated website that is just like Facebook Marketplace, but it's kind of like a mix between eBay and Facebook Marketplace. It's weird, but it's interesting. I'm not gonna pull it up because then you're gonna know where I'm from, which I don't want to like disclose. But yes. City in Belgium. Yeah. Because it's been... maybe I can do it in incognito. Let me double check first. It's all gonna be in Dutch though. You won't understand it. Anything illegal on here? Probably not, but... Does this dox me? It doesn't. But this is the website. It's called Secondhand. It's literally called secondhand.be. Like literally translated. And then you've got your classic categories, right? And there's a lot of stuff in here, but all of it is mostly trash. But some of them, like my instruments, if you see my bass and my guitar and my mandolin, all come from here, from this beautiful platform. Yeah. But I'd say it's similar to Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. Yes. It is very, very strange place, but it's fun. I like it. This is weird looking at that and understanding it to a degree. Being from South Africa, Afrikaans is really close. I mean, there's a reason why Afrikaans is close to Dutch. I'm not gonna go into that reason. I'm not gonna divulge into that, but there is a reason. Okay, I have a dilemma. Because we have this, but that's all lined out perfectly. And do we like this being this thick? Or do we want to make that, want to push this back to like being half slabs? Because this is going to give us a little more je ne sais quoi, you know? Which side do we like more? The thick border or the half border? How about panels? Panels are going to be too thin, I think. I feel like they're right, because vertical slabs hurt my brain. I mean, I like half. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait by doing this. I'm going to get our shulker box system in first. And then we'll see what that adds in bulk, you know? Because kind of what I want to do is I either want to put it in the wall, but then we'll clutter up this wall a lot. Or I want to put it in the floor. Kind of like how Mr. Beardstone did it. Right? Because if I do this, load of these guys. And then we can just plop our shulkers on here. And they'll empty into wherever we want it to. Right? Filter out shulker box. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. It's kind of the plan. Although, yeah, no, I'll filter it out. But I feel like that would be a good solution. Now we just need to figure out a way to transfer all of this stuff into this vault somewhere up here. Right, into that vault. And the easiest way to do that is through here, I guess. Or we could directly load it onto the belt like 2. Because these are, that's what? That's a 3x3. Because we could have a vault buried in here, right? As a buffer again. Let's bury in a vault. Even more vaults, please. Give me more vaults. And shoot, I have a better idea. So that's going to go into that vault. And then we can just go. We have to be careful as to not penetrate the wall. That's the wrong. That's not a sentence where we can use penetrate. If we do this, right? Okay. Sorry, I'm listening to My Chemical Romance. Yes, I'm that kind of person. I am that kind of person, chat. I'm not afraid to come out as a My Chemical Romance fan. I feel like that's not as bad as it used to be. There was a time where people would have laughed about that. People would have called you funny names because you listened to My Chemical Romance. Some Sabaton, that's a good band as well. You're right. You're 100% right. So what if I come out here? What's this gonna do? See how perfect that is, chat? How perfect that lines up. Ace chain drive. Boom. It's a bit slow, but I don't really care about how long it takes to filter out as long as the shulker boxes are. Why is this shaft so slow? Because this is the elevator, and I don't want the elevator to go up like really fast. And I don't mind filters, the sorting system being slow as long as it just gets the stuff done, right? Just why is everything before the elevator 2? It's because I had the old elevator set up there. I can move it. I can move it. I don't want to. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy egg. I thought you guys knew that already. Like, it's all set up to this controller over here. But right now, that should work. If I get a shulker box. I also need to get 9. No, not 9. You're a sunny side up. Egg toasting. Always. There's schematics of your stuff somewhere that I'm missing. No, there's no schematics anywhere. Why? I don't really do schematics. I not the thing I usually do. Boom. So what if, chat, what if I did this and then get some of these and get some of these and put them in here, and we put that up here. What are we filter for? So the shulker box does not get picked up by. Also, why am I dying? It's mostly because the shulker box should not be added to or in the system. So I'm gonna grab you. I'm also gonna grab some food because apparently I'm dying. Is that when you break it? Yes, that's exactly what it's for. So if I do this, get you, it's going to empty, but we should be able to see them come up here eventually. These are getting filtered out, which is great. And then I can just pick you back up. And I'm probably going to store my empty ones up in here. And then we can go in here, see everything. The speediest of sorting system. Hey! You should never. Speed is never the way to go. Never. Same as with other get schematics and then go through builds. Also, you guys have made a build from opening videos, searching for proper angle. Eventually you'll have the world download, but I don't tend to. Also, don't have the proper things set up to do any of it. I haven't been able to spend time on it. F1 drivers would tell you everywhere. See, but they're racing drivers. I'm not a racing driver. I'm a aesthetic Minecraft technical player. When the SMP and the world and the world will be free download. I don't know any of the logistics behind the world download. I just know that there probably will be one. How that's gonna go and where you'll be able to find it and so on is a mystery to me too. So please bear that in mind. That's what Stam told me. I mean, he's gonna know better than I am, so. Megabase, this is part of the Megabase, yeah. This is part of the Megabase current. I kind of wanted to go for that really industrial, like, what is it called? TL? Is that what it's called? TL lighting? Yeah. Just TL lighting. And then I think that the other one is also 3 from the back. Yeah. It's only after a season. Not sure if there will be more seasons. But understand everyone's dude. I have been inspired to be making more games. And I feel like if I ever get back to single player, I kind of was already doing that in my last episode of the single player world. But I kind of want to focus more on making a world where I can, whenever I want to, invite people on to play games. So it's still going to be my single player world in a way that I am still going to be building a single player world. But I want to add games to it so that I can invite people to play games with me. I feel like that's kind of the idea I want to go for. Ideally, the season will never end. However, Create gets laggy. Create gets laggy, but Nodecraft are lovely people, and they've given us so much power to run this. FPS lag, yeah, that's most of the problem right now. It's just me and Spawn. It's not. Spawn is not my computer's best friend. Just gonna do this, just so we don't spawn any bad guys. I want to keep it rather dark in the back, but this will have to do. Do you know why the Jojo has stopped playing? Nope. Do you want to keep, like, have a talk with Jojo? I just want to see what he's up to, how he's doing. Jojo's sick. I mean, he's been sick, yeah, but I don't know if he's still sick. I know he has other projects, and I know what he's doing is pretty cool. So if you like the Jojo and how he rants about weird stuff, you should definitely look up his personal stuff. Loading in Spawn is the worst part of the server. It's the only worst part. The Spawn is great. Spawn is great, but it's just it's quite tricky. Like, I have to spend a full minute before I can start recording. I think Jojo has an Ori tech. Yeah, I think right now he's working on Ori tech, which is cool. Definitely go and look it out. Definitely go and look it up. Look up what he's doing. And this is just so it's uniform with.
Good night, sleeping symbol, sleeping symbol. Bye.
Good night, sleeping symbol, sleeping symbol. Good night, sleeping symbol. This is all like detail, right? But I think it's detail that's important. This is all important detail. Nobody's gonna get in here, but I will know. And then over here, I think, how are we doing this? Big Ag always watches, indeed. It should be a bit better with the power station moved. Not sure about developments with the wall. But, I don't know. Mineshaft, I kind of want to keep it, like Mineshaft, I want to keep the Mineshaft for a different one. I think I'm just going to do this. And like, I don't know, figure out how to make an item hatch, like a big item hatch, basically. That's like partly buried. Come on. I'll mix in some of the other blocks, but I want to get the shape in first. This is also going to be my sneaky way in. I will try and fly in here with an elytra, take this dive into that hole. It's never going to work and I'm going to die multiple times, but I am going to keep trying. I'm not going to give up, chat. I don't think it's even possible to do. Don't think that angle is possible to get. But I will try. Should be going to be more members on server. As of now, I think we're too far in to add other people. I know there's a bunch of other people they've invited, but they were held up because of other things, which is understandable. But maybe if they launch a second season, or maybe not even the second season, but if they do something else, maybe they'll if they do something else, they'll probably invite other people, I guess. I mean, that makes sense. It's possible if you go slow. Yeah, but with Elytra, that's a steep angle. Honestly, I don't mind it this way. Would be fun if shells. I don't know who they invited. I like that. It's simple. And then what we could do is just add like a barrier to it. Kind of to say like don't enter. Right, like that. Maybe we bring the dirt up a bit more. I know it's not perfect, but like that works. Simple, but it works. Glass fog. Yeah, the problem is you can't really do flat glass fog because that wouldn't make sense with the chains. Right. Accidentally summoned 2 wardens. Well, good luck. The pass through the fog. I don't think. I like this though. It's subtle, but I like it. It's good. How about having it a little overgrown? That's actually a good idea. Because now we have this stuff. Can I actually put this, or can I only put this on leaves? Beautiful. So that, for those, I'm gonna put some roots in there as well. Because these are just ever so slightly different. Add a little bit of a different color. And then we can add some leaves on top. What are we doing? We're basically planning out our main base, which is this thing. So we're decorating a little bit on the back over here. Has Demon Rail? I can't believe my notification didn't go off. What notification? Oh, for stream? Yeah, happens sometime. Has Demon Rail update? It has. There is a version, but it's not it's not safe yet for us to add. I don't like how dull these colors are. I like how the little bit of the dark oak sapling adds, but yeah, that kind of works. Kind of hides it. Yeah, Elytra is gonna be hard with this, dude. Right now, it's definitely like that is a 2-block gap. Fines, nah, no, I don't like fines. They keep growing. Where am I from? I'm from Europe, from Belgium. Biome, it's a taiga biome, so it is normal that it's a cold climate. Why X98? Because I don't like eggs. Yeah, I'm from Europe, Belgium, Europe. That's what I said, didn't I? Because you had to kill the other. Yeah, I don't like eggs. Eggs also don't like me, really. Like, they will kill me. Okay, let's now think about this outside bit a little more. Because I do have an idea of what we could do. But I need a little more color in here. So adding some copper is probably going to be a way to go. But I also want to add some more create to it. So I'm going to add some water wheels, some purely decorative, that is. I've been in love with vault doors on create for a bit now. Vault doors? What kind of vault? Like, what constitutes as a vault door? I already have a random pipe sticking out. Well, it's not random, it's pulling in water, but this is gonna be my main base. I should bring up the floor before I show you what it is. So Rachel, let me give you a little tour of the place. This is gonna be my main base. It's huge. Well, technically this is the wall is my main base, but this is gonna be my main workshop area. And so what we have is we have a nice house. This is gonna be our kitchen. Still needs its appliances. Have a little bit of a library going on, and then we have a tower going all the way up onto a observatory dome, right? So we can look out over our valley, basically, right? And you might ask yourself, but hey, this is Create, don't you need like a huge workshop? I do, Rachel. I do need a huge workshop. It's right here. Look at it. It's a huge workshop. It's got everything. It's cookers, it's got a crusher, it's got like a saw to make planks, whatever we need. We have an oxidizer for all the stations of copper. We have an alloy machine and a brass machine. Everything. And then we have power as well. And then I hear you say, but hey, don't you need a way to store all of the items in your inventory? I do. We keep going. Oh, that's... Never mind, that's up. I need to go down. I need... Oh, armor stand with spyglass! That's so smart. That's so smart. Storage. Lava. Storage. This is all our storage. And then that's the entire workshop. And this guy is perfect. It's doing its job perfectly. I'm gonna try and do that armor stand thing. I like that. I like that. My question though, did you get that idea from somebody else? You did do the green shaft? I did. How? It's a shaft with frog lights. It's a shaft with a frog light on it. It's a copycat shaft. Armor stands, because you can make armor stands invisible. So I can put it in here, right? Copycat chat from Copycat Plus, indeed. So we go armor stand, tools, spyglass. Go show arms, yes, boom. I don't know how it's gonna show up though when I make it bigger. Galilei eggs. That's actually good. Galilei eggs. You do have to spell it this way, chat. You do have to spell it Galilei eggs. You do have to do it that way. Oh, you can't see that. Okay. Like that. Galilei eggs. Galilei eggs. Okay, let's try. So item on head. Yes. Scale, like way bigger. Can I do flat on the floor? Because I... Okay. Because I don't want... This is what I want to avoid, right? It says armor stand sticking down. Because then it's going to interfere with stuff. So basically what I want to do is... item held... flat on surface. Yeah, no, that's not. Then you have Leon. I thought straight to have all legs just getting here, yeah. No, I'm gonna put like the large telescope onto the building, dude. Item flat on the surface, but then that's all good and stuff, but the item's still being put right there. So what if I do that flat on surface? See, okay, that's gonna be better though. No gravity. Oh, no gravity. My bad. Disable gravity. I need to rotate it. So right arm is gonna have to be rotated like real. Either. Yeah, no, that's too far. I think that's a good angle. Now I just need to scale it up. Let's set it at 10. Yeah, and now I just move the arm down. Right? Isn't that... Oh no, that just rotated the entire thing. $35, was it? Can I not move the anchor point of the arm? Because if that's annoying. Because now I need to move all of this down for it to be considered. Dude, this is the biggest, dude. You can make it small. The item stays the same. No, I don't think the item size stay the same. And then if I rotate you, to look that way. I need to move it. I want it to stick out of here. So I'm gonna move you forward. And a little bit to here. I need it to go down. Although that's gonna put everything in this direction. Maybe we should put it off to that side. And then if I do invisible, I like it. I like it. I like it. And then you get to come over here, look through it. It's huge though. And then every time I click over here, it's gonna give me a freaking. Although I could do interaction lock, so we can't click on it. Right, we have to like shift click on it. But that's kind of, I like that. I like that you have to walk underneath it to get to it. That's actually really cool. I had never thought about doing that. The way I would have done it, because I was thinking of doing a rotate. So I kind of like that it's kind of wonky, you know? I kind of like that it's supporting. So what I was gonna try and do is make like one with copycats and then set it on a rotating pedestal. This works better. That looks a lot better. That's actually really cool. What time is it? 9:30. Okay. What else can we do with this build so that it's not as monotone? I started adding in some deep slate, which I'm probably gonna do with this build over here. So instead of having that be tough, change all of these to deep slate. Just to break up the color scheme a little bit. And then the same with these. So we grab you. Grab you. So just doing that is already gonna break up the color scheme a little bit. I'm gonna do the same for this little one. Change. I'm gonna put in some. I want to put in some more copper, and I want to put in some more spruce as well. So my idea would be, this is an idea, right? Is for this, keep that white, right? Keep that white, keep this white, but have this be spruce, right? So we're gonna give it a little trim of copper, just like on the bottom here, and then change the wall to spruce planks. But I have to be careful because I can't change this. I mean, I can change this wall, but not that wall. Sure. Spruce logs. I'll mix some in. I want to get this in first. This is gonna be my base block, right? Sure. That's all good. It does have to make sense from the inside as well. And then this is connected. I mean, it technically could add a door. I'm trying to see how I could do this too thick wall. I mean, we don't have to make it a too thick wall. We could also, the beauty of double slabs. Boom. Right. Give me a sec. Oh, I want to get this one in first, and then we'll talk about the rest of the build. Okay, so we'll follow through on this, fill that in. What about copper shingles? Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second to work this out first, and then I'll take a look at it. Technically, that would be not this. This would be that. Okay, so that would be that, right? Continue the bottom lining. No, because technically, because this one matches up here, this one would match up here. So that's that. Adds a little bit of color, which is good. I do. Because I don't want to do the copper lining too much. It's gonna get boring real fast. Now we break up this bit a little more. Suggestion of more pipes is still there. I know, but that's like another detail. We want to get colors first. There are more spruce colored blocks that we can use though to texture the wall. Like, I don't know if anyone's done this before, but composters and barrels are a great detail block if you're working with some spruce. Right. So orange isn't the color. The pipe is a detail. you're trying to break my logic, and it's working, and I don't like it. Okay, so that kind of helps. Just adding that little top over there helps. Now I do want to add, just purely decorative, a little windmill on this side, just to get some movement in here. Maybe spruce sign wall running as on the wall as uneven planks. Yeah, but signs add entities. I don't. Also, signs don't look good from afar. They disappear. So I don't know if signs are that, you know, are a great investment of time. What else? What else do we have that we can add? But they still disappear, which, you know, I don't like things disappearing on my houses. Let's put in a windmill. I want it to look weird. By the way, it's just an idea. Glue the roof and the armor stand together. The one situation is rotate. You can't. I don't think you can glue armor stands. Be a crafter. We can be. We can. Yeah, but I don't want it to be a traditional windmill. Kind of want it to be something odd. If that makes sense. I don't. We also don't have a lot of space. I mean, that's just a face, isn't it? Oh, the grid part? Like this? Yeah, we could. Okay, let's look at windmills for a second. Concept art windmills. Images. This is fun, but I don't think it's something we can do. Like a six-bladed one. I don't think we can make those angles in Minecraft. We also, instead of a windmill, we could do a clock. Instead of a windmill, we could do a clock. I think that's going to be more fun. Like, we don't make it look like a clock, we just have it move like a clock. Because the cool thing about clocks is they work in two segments, so we can still make it look like a windmill, just a very slow windmill. Now we just need to... Oh, but then we need to power it from the back, and I don't want to do that. Never mind. Never mind, not doing it. We'll put a clock somewhere else. Okay, so what do we do for the windmill blades? This is gonna be boring, isn't it? Don't need to power it from the back if you put a windmill sail block on it for the clock face. We'll have to glue it. No, I'll just do this way. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I don't know about this. This all needs to be wool, right? For it to be a windmill. And I don't think I can put wool in there, can I? Probably can. I can. I'll probably change out the color later, but for now we'll just do that. So that's too bulky. We do this, right? And then we need to figure out a way to kind of tie this together to connect everything to the middle block, which I feel is where these guys come in. Do the normal ones. Or even better, oh wait, you can't rotate these to the side. That's stupid. Okay, how about pipes? I'll add pipes later. We'll be fine. I don't like how these look. I also don't like how straight these are, but hey. We're getting somewhere at least. We're getting somewhere. Make it bend down with half panels. What do you mean bend down with half panels? Because these are panes, they're not panels. There's no half pane. Because see what the problem is with this is that this one does not. It's not. See? This one sits in the middle of the block. Do I need to glue this one to that one, and then we do that? I mean, if I make the wind blades, it is not bad. It's not the worst windmill I've ever seen. Other way, no, it's blowing into this pocket, right? The wind's blowing this way, so it's pushing it that way. Oh right, I forgot how fluid dynamics worked. Yes, air is a fluid, or it behaves as a fluid at least. Well, technically no, it behaves as a gas, but in this case, it's a fluid dynamic. So that would be this. What if I actually, can I dye these darker? I can, right? What instead of the paints? I just use windmill sails. How does one make window? They're only in white. You only have white one. They should have dyed windmill sails. We should be able to dye those. Create devs, get on it, please. Because if I can make those darker, that will technically work. Nope, you can't dye them. If I can make them darker, it will work. So I'm gonna use those for now as a proof of concept, and I'll see if I can reach out to the Create team. Do you have to click it like the water wheels? I don't think you can dye them though. Oh wait, you can. Never mind, I was lying. Yeah, see, that's better. That's better. Yeah, little bit of a windmill, little bit of you know, movement at the back. It's fine. And then one thing that I really like doing, even though it doesn't make sense, and they don't do anything, but it's like adding like some cogs. Add one here. No, add a big one there. Small one there. They add that little bit of a spruce tone to it, which I really like. You're just gonna have to figure out where it makes sense. And I really like when they're like pushed, like put in corners. Like they're not your main attraction of the build. It's like, yeah, they're there. But that's about it. Would a large cogwheel connected decently to a water wheel? I think it would. They kind of do like interlock, and then if you... I don't think they do well with Yeah, they kind of do. If you want like a real, like a really large gear ratio, maybe. But that's like way into the big uh into like the big shape kind of things, you know. Why do we not want to go in there? Armor set. Oh yeah, right. You're right. Well, this is gonna be annoying. How did I get it in there? How did I get the pipe in there? Can I do it from the inside out? Okay, let's do F3B hitboxes. It's like right in the hitbox. Okay, so this. One, two, three. So we're moving it back 3. Remember that, chat. -3. Okay, good. Okay, so we don't do pipes over there. That's something we've learned. I do want to have like a pipe coming out of here somewhere. It does have to make sense though. Has to make sense. Maybe we come from here. Or maybe from like here over and then down. No, that's not, that doesn't look good. I do need stuff on the roof though. One of those we can do is some chimneys. Because I mean every building needs a chimney. Fluid tank, yeah, that's also one of the things I'm thinking about. Okay, I want to make that a deep slate one. How does one make a deep slate? Can I don't have that, right? Millstone? No, okay. I mean, that works. As a little chimney. Maybe we do that one up here, though. Little chimney. Bam, 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 bam. Bolt and a couple of fluid tanks. Right, like that. Just adds a little bit of color and shape to the roof. Bye bye, advanced. Hope you have a good time. Oh wait, we can add rain gutters with pipes. Maybe not that straight. Maybe we do like that, and then we strap them down. I don't like the color though. I don't want to do copper, because copper, I don't know. Maybe we do exposed copper though. What happens if we do exposed copper? Or weathered? Maybe that'll look good. Right? These ones. Just to add a little more of that color to it. Yeah, I like that. So that's a gutter. I like the idea of having gutters all around. I like it. I like it. Weathered, waxed. Yeah, that already. So with the cogs, with the copper, with the weathered pipes and stuff, already a ton of extra, just, you know, detail to it. It's gonna be look. No, that looks good. Yeah, that goes hard actually. Oh, dude, yes. I'm gonna make this look like we're using water from here to flow back into the lake. How though? I want this to be pretty high up. This is the highest it can go. It'll have to work. Now we can use our copycat panels to become the base. We'll put some boards up to the side. You know what? No. Let's do this with trapdoors, because I like them. The thing is, I am gonna have to figure out a way so that we'll pump water in over here. Maybe we extend this with one. Right? And then we'll have it flow back out here into a little stream that goes that way. That, and then we'll do this. Right. So if I put in water, I hope we reach with one bucket. Oh, perfect. And then we just need some copper pipe. This is where I will use copper. Right? Let's do that. We'll... you know what? No, let's just go over here. Go all the way over here. And then the only thing we need to do is mix, or like kind of do what we did over here. And on like a good interval, right there. 3, 1, 2, 3. You know what? Let's move these. Let's do that so I can get you, and then come on. That. So we're actually like well connected. And then the only thing I need to do is replace the bucket from down there to up here. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the goal. Like, look at that. Look at how much better that looks compared to the start of the stream. Isn't it better? And I know it's better. Okay, we can use a little bit more of these. So I'll put like one over here. Some vents. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. I actually really like it. I like how it looks. And then I just have to like decorate. I have to figure out a way up, which I'm probably gonna do like a staircase either there or like up here. Maybe like a little bridge coming over and then up right there. But that's for future streams or for future plans. I need to set up a freaking server. I love the telescope. Dude, the telescope is great. Telescope is great. And I like the smidge of movement that we have over in the corner. it really looks like it's been lived in. And once we've got like steam and rails, we can put some chimneys, like some actual what are they called, smokestacks on here. Get some smoke. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. To-do list. Put slabs over the campfire. You can put slabs over the campfire. I know. But campfires are a very distinct smoke that I don't. You know, if I can wait for Steam and Rails, I will wait for Steam and Rails. Whoa. Let's see. To-do list. Very soon. I mean, they've got a beta, but the beta is not. It's not good enough to be on the server just yet. So we're waiting. We're waiting. Oh. You know what? I need to get a server set up for reasons, for testing purposes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna send you over to Jamal. Jamal is great. I lurk in Jamal's stream sometimes. I'm gonna send you over to Jamal. Be nice. Tell him I said hi. For the people over on YouTube, you have the link in chat, so go over there on Twitch and say hi. And I'll see you all in the next one. Chat. Bye. Till Sunday. No, till Saturday, because we have a Mandolin stream on Saturday. Bye.